Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is Introduction to Graph. So let's continue with the introduction of the chapter. Firstly, I have drawn these two lines. This horizontal axis is called x-axis and let it represent by x dash. This vertical line is called y-axis, that is its name is y dash. And the point of intersection of these two axes is called origin, and the origin has the coordinate O0, 0. This ordered pair is called coordinate, and this represent your x coordinate. This second number will represent your y coordinate. This first number, that is your x coordinate, is called abscissa, and this y coordinate is called ordinate, and together these abscissa and ordinate will make your coordinate. This combined ordered pair is called coordinate. Now you will note this thing also. Horizontal axis is your x-axis, vertical axis is your y-axis, and the point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is called origin. Now, on the positive side of this x-axis, you have positive number, like you always draw on the number line. This is your number line. On the right side of origin, you will draw 1, 2, 3, 4, that are your positive number. On the left of this origin, you will mark -1, -2, your negative numbers. Similarly is the case for this y-axis. On the upward direction of the y-axis, you will draw positive number. On the downward direction, you will write negative number. Now, these two coordinates will divide your plane into four quadrants. This is your first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and this is your fourth quadrant. We have marked this quadrant in anti-clockwise direction. So we have drawn from the first, second, third, and then fourth. Now, let's discuss the sign of these quadrant. As you can see that on the x-axis, on this side you have positive number, and on the right hand side you have positive number. So this first quadrant will have the sign plus plus. This plus is for x-axis and this is for the y-axis. So the sign for the numbers for the coordinate in this first quadrant is plus plus. In the second quadrant, you can see that we are having the numbers negative for x-axis. So for the negative, I have written minus. For the y-axis, you have positive numbers. So the sign is minus plus. Now let's decide about the sign of the third quadrant. On x-axis, you have negative number. On y-axis, again you have negative number. So you have sign as minus minus. In the fourth quadrant, you have x as positive number. So positive I have written. For y-axis, you have negative number. So this will form the sign plus minus. Now I am writing some example. You have to tell me about the sign of the sign according to which the point lie in which quadrant. Like I have written -1 and 2. As you can see that here x is having negative sign and y is having positive sign. So this point will lie in your second quadrant. Suppose I have written 2, 3. X is positive, y is positive. So it will lie in your first quadrant. Next, suppose I have written 3, -7. In this, x is having positive value and y is having your negative value. So it will lie in your fourth quadrant. Like I have written this point -1, -1. In this, x is negative, y is negative. So both the signs are negative. So it will definitely lie in your third quadrant. So if one mark question can become like this. You have to tell in which quadrant the following point will lie. Now the next example that I am giving you, how to plot the points on this coordinate axis. This complete is called your coordinate axis. Now you have to draw 1, 2. You have to plot 1, 2 on this. So 1 is your abscissa, 2 is your ordinate. So x is your 1, y is your 2. This is your y, this is your x. So where these 2 points will intersect, you will have this point. So this point will represent your 1, 2. Next is your minus 4 and 1. X is your minus 4. Y is your 1. 1 is positive. So 1 is this and minus 4 where they intersect. This is your common point. So this will give you the coordinate minus 4 comma 1. Next is 2 comma 0. So I am going to tell you one important thing. Whenever y coordinate is 0, that means the point will lie on your x-axis. And when your x coordinate is 0, then the point will always lie on your y-axis. As you can see that these 2 points, this point is lying in your first quadrant, this is lying in your second quadrant, but whenever the one of the coordinate is 0, whenever y coordinate is 0, the point will lie in your x-axis, on x-axis, and when the point x coordinate is 0, then the point will lie on y-axis. So let's draw this point 2 comma 0. So x is your 2 and y is 0. So y coordinate is 0. This will definitely lie on your x-axis. So this is your point. You will mark the dot here, put the circle over this. So this point will represent your 2 comma 0. Next 0 comma 4. X is 0 and y is 4. The y4 is here. This is your y4. So you will put the circle over this point. So 0 comma 4 is your this point because x coordinate is 0, so it will definitely lie on your y-axis. Now next is your minus 3 comma 5. X minus 3 and y minus 5. X minus 3 and y minus 5. So both the points will intersect here. If you want to put the dotted line here, you can. Otherwise it's not necessary. But for understanding, if you want to put, you can. So this is the point. This will represent your minus 3 comma minus 5. In this manner, you will plot the points. So let's write the note. If the x coordinate of a point is 0, then the point will lie on y-axis. Similarly, if the y coordinate is 0, then the point will always lie on your x-axis. Now let's start with the topic. Firstly, I am going to draw histogram. You have given this example on page number 233. Only one question is given in the chapter related to histogram. So I have taken this example. So in this you have given the weight that is in kg, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55. You can see that there is the gap of 5 in the intervals. So this 5 is called your class size that we have already discussed in the data handling chapter. Now the number of persons are given. Now you all know that whenever the intervals are given, you will always draw histogram in that case. Now let's draw the histogram. So firstly you will mark these intervals on your x-axis. So the smallest number is 40 and the greatest is 65. So I'm starting with 40, then 45, then 50, 55, 60, and this is your 65. On this y-axis you have smallest number 4 and the greatest is 13. So I'm starting with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is your 13. So I'm writing the detail of your y-axis. It's compulsory to put x-axis, y-axis and origin, number of persons, and on x-axis you have weight in kg. Now let's start. So in the first interval 40 to 45 you have number of persons as 4. So you will draw a bar here. For the next interval 45 to 50 you have 12. So let's start with this. This is your 12. Next is your 13. So in the next interval you have 13. Next is your 6. Next is 5. This is your 5, 6, 13, 12 and 4. Here you can see that we are having the gap of 40. So I'm going to put kink here. In this again you are having the gap of 4, and in the rest of the number gap is of 1. So let's put the king here because irregular gap is there. Now write the scale. On x-axis you have gap of 5. So I'm writing one box is equal to 5 kg. On y-axis you have one box is equal to, gap is of 1 1, so I'm writing 1 person. So it's compulsory to write all the details. If anything out of this x-axis, y-axis, origin and scale is missing, then there will be deduction of your half marks. Now let's start with your exercise 15.1. Which in the exercise 15.1, the questions which are given, figures are also given. You have to just tell me the answers of the question. We will discuss these questions later on. So firstly, let's start with your linear graph. That is your question number 5. So in the question number 5, you have to draw the linear graph, that is also called line graph. Linear graph, same as line graph, or if the question is draw a line, that means all are same. Draw a line. So for this, firstly, let's start with the first part, question number 5, first part. You have given ears, so you will draw the ears on your x-axis. Let's put the horizontal line as x-axis, vertical line as your y-axis, and the point of intersection is origin, that is 0, 0. Now the first is your 2003, next is your 2004, 2005, next is 2006. And the number of days that you will take on your y-axis is 8, 10, 5 and 12. So smallest is your 5. So I'm starting with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Last one is maximum, that is 12. Let's put king here because in the first interval we are having the gap of 5. In the rest of the number we are having gap of 1. Similarly, on x-axis you are having the gap of 1 year, but in this 0 and 2003 much more gap is there, so you will put king here. Now in the 2003, these are your years, so you will write here year. 2003 you are having days 8, so let's put this, we are drawing the line graph, so you will just simply put dot. In 2004, 10 number of persons are given, let's put it the circle. Next is your 2005. In 2005 you are having 5%. In 2006 again you are having 12%. So in this first year you are having the increase. So let's join the line. Next join the another line, then join this. So in this manner we are completed our linear graph. So scale is for the x-axis. For x-axis you are having gap of 1 year, one box is equal to 1 year, and for y-axis you are having one box is equal to your 1 day, because we are having gap of 1. So gap is of 1 day. Now the second part of the fifth question is, in this you are having the double data, number of men, number of women are given. So I have taken the number of men and women on the y-axis, and the different years are given that I have taken on x-axis. Now it is a case of double linear graph, double line graph. So let's draw the first graph for the men, then for the women. So in the year 2003 you have given 12 men, and the rest of the numbers are given in the decimal. So the smallest one is your 11.3 and the greatest one is your 13.6. Now let's start with your, you can take here 6, 7. You can start from 5, 6 or 7 as you want. So I'm starting with your 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Got it? So I'm going to put the kink here. If you want to start from 1, 2, 3, 4, you can. Now, in the year 2003, you are having the number of men as 12. So let's put here a dot for 12. Second is in 2004, you are having 12.5. So here we are having 12.5. Next is your 13. In the next year, you are having 13 men. In 2006, you are having 13.2. So this is your 13.2, slightly above the 13. In the next, you are having 13.5. So this is your 13.5. Now let's join them with a line. So this solid line will represent your men that you will write in your detail. Now let's start with the women. In 2003, you are having 11.3. So this is your 11.3 in 2003. Next is your 11.9, slightly below the 12. Below 12 here, you will draw your 11.9. Next is your 13. So this 13 point is common. That is your point of intersection. Now let's join these points by a dotted line. Next is 2006. In 2006, you are having 13.6. So 13.6 you will take here in this. Next is your 12.8. This is your 12.8. So this is your 12.8. Now this dotted line is for women. So you will write here women. Now scale is for x-axis you are having one box is equal to 1 year. For y-axis you are having one box is equal to, we have taken the gap of one men or women. So with this we have completed our question number 5 from exercise 15.1. Okay students, see you in the next video. In the next video we will discuss our exercise 15.2.